Right, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Good evening, or good morning, or good day, whatever time you're watching this. I'm just filling on the screen here, waiting for the Zoomsters to come in. We've got Leo and Catherine, so let them in now. Leo and Catherine. We don't need me on there, so I can hide self-view. There we are. Don't forget to put your names in. Same on the Facebook and YouTube if you're there. Hashtag live if you're watching the live, and don't forget your name. It helps, yeah. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, and then your name in one line with the space. Leo's just about ready. Catherine's just about ready. Who do you think is going to be late? It's a standing joke, isn't it? Rhetorical question. Leo's in. Leo is here. Right. I don't know why Lorcan doesn't come on this one, to be honest. I'm going to tell him next time. Lorcan, 7 o'clock. I've got an itchy eye. Don't know why. Nobody's on Facebook or YouTube for the live. Must be something good on telly tonight, like Boris Johnson. Are we ready then? Catherine's just checking messages. Planning the journey to work tomorrow. See if the trains are on. Snow, hailstones, no trees. Leo, are you ready? I can see you better today. Yeah? I can see you better today, but I don't know if I can see your feet. Doesn't matter. We're going to get started. Let's start with the start. Oh, turn it in there. Yeah, on we go. Let's wait off the class. I don't think I need to wear a t-shirt. Someone back to the feet. One arm back. Bounce on the spot, so try to get your feet moving. Then forward with the same arm. And I'm going to change arms now, go backwards with this one. And then we're going to go forward. One arm forward, one arm backwards. A bit of a sway in the body. And then change direction. And both arms forward. Both arms backwards. Twist in the body. Right, knees up. We get one knee up. Change leg. Front kicks alternate. No, sorry, we'll keep one leg. I was going to say alternate. Just keep it simple. Lift the knee up, kick out. Don't know where that is, the change. And then bouncing on the spot. Right, let's get moving around again on the hips, I think. I'm just trying to work out, where am I feeling it? Where am I feeling it? My hips probably. They need a little bit of a boost. Or a replacement might be better. I'll change direction. Stand feet together, we're going to crouch down, low as you can go without falling over, and then back up again. 2, set, net, tasso, yoso, yugo, yudo, aho, yo. Let's get a little circle, just gentle, not pushing them too far out. 9, then change, Ankles, 2, set, net, tasso, yasso, yugo, yoro, change, 2, net, tasso, yasso, yugo, yoro, other ankle, 2, set, net, tasso, yasso, yugo, yoro, other way, 2, set, net, tasso, yasso, yugo, yoro. Right, open the feet. Touching the floor, try and keep your legs straight, but we're just going to go hana, two, set, net, and stand up. Try and keep your legs straight. Slight bend in the knees if you need to. Hana, two, set, net, then up. Hana, two, set, net, back up. Leo, hana, two, set, net, back up. Now over to one side, I'm going to turn the body. Try and keep your legs straight still, just going forward towards the foot. Hana, two, set, net, and up. Hana, two, set, net, and up. Hana, two, set, net, and hana, two, set, net. Change over the other way. Keep your legs straight. Hana, two, set, net. Two, set, net. Set, two, set, net. And I'll just do hana, two, set, net for the last one. All right? Parallel stance, walking ready stance. B. Actually, hanas. Hopefully, that feels a bit nicer. Yeah? Because sometimes you go straight into it, it's like, ooh, can we hear? But with that little stretch there, maybe that's encouraged the hips and whatnot to actually lift the leg up a bit nicer. Yeah? Two. Set. Neck. And change. Three. Hana. Two. Set, net. Now I'm going to take a few steps back, far over. I'm going to go back, walking ready stance, big. This time I'm going to go forward. So after I kick, you're going to step forward. Hada. Two. Set. Net. Whoa, it looks like it's very close to the screen there. Going to go backwards, so use the front leg. And up. Two. Set. Net. Arrow. Sure. Right. I think warming the legs up, trigger muscles, you see. Hopefully then the heat will rise. Fingers crossed. Let's do some hand techniques. Everyone's doing hand techniques. We'll do it from probably, well, we'll look at red belt. We might hit a few other techniques from other patterns as well. I don't want to spend too long doing colour belt hands when you've got 3 patterns to do, sort of. Yeah, we're maybe not going to do all 3 patterns tonight. You never know. We've got plenty of time. There's only 2 of them. But let's look at the techniques in them. Red belt first. Leo, I want to see this punch here. I want you to do it forwards and then backwards. When I count, you're going to come forward. We'll try and squeeze 4 in, so you might have to move back to start with, yeah? 4 steps forward, 4 steps back. So that's what you're going to do. And sitting stance for first degree. Sitting stance. Connect and punch. So you're going to come forward 1 and 2. That's 1 count. And then 1 and 2. 2 count. Yeah? Sitting stance, scooping block with the palms, and then off, well, a punch. Off first punch if you like. Ready? Too big. Stepping forward. And on. Hold on a minute, that's one. The poltergeist said, two! See that one there? Your left hand doing the scooping block there, Catherine. Your right hand was idle. I think the poltergeist had a hold of it. He wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, two hands, but he was kind of like, oh, back to the hip. Ready, set. Where you're punching to, Leo, remember you're not punching this way, then ahead, you're punching, yeah, like 40, not 45, but yeah, half facing. Your knees are in the right place, your feet are in the right place, your body naturally faces that way, not that way, yeah? Neck. Oh, that one again. So yeah, yeah, so it's only that side. There you did it again. There's only that side, Catherine. Start with the shopping trolley. Start with the shopping trolley. Yeah? Yeah, it's better than just going, it looks like you're staring a cup of tea. So here, shopping trolley. Let's try backwards. Right, Leo? So scoot forward, Leo, so you've got 40 go backwards then, yeah? Backward stepping, so even for Catherine, I want you to go backwards and scoop with the backwards hand. Ta-da! 1, 2, set. 2. Set. Not too far out, Leo, with the hands. You're not Iron Man. Yeah? Your hands are going over here like you're taking off. You're here at the moment, right? Just turn the hands round like this. That's all it is. It's kind of like the shopping trolley again. Hey! Yeah, not. Just. Neck. I think that's. Well, one more anyway. Let's go forward again. Hana. Forward step. Turn. Two hands. Set. That's stronger, Leo. Neck. Now backwards. Hana. Turn. Set. Net. Barrow, step up. Alright, you can practice. You can practice all of these techniques that you know. You can go right to the pattern. You can actually do the pattern then. Yeah, just remember the pattern. You might start with Chung Chi. What's the moves in Chung Chi? We've got a walking stance and a forearm block. You've got a walking stance and middle punch, obviously on both sides. And you've got L stance in a forearm block on both sides. So you can practice those 4 forward and 4 backwards, so not all the patterns. Then Dangun will be the next one. Yeah? And you can do this one singularly, this one singularly by itself, or you can add on 1 and 2. You can add that 4 times forward, 4 times back. And you can do that all the way up to your pattern. You don't have the 3 for black belt. Yeah? You can take 4 techniques, and in black belt pack you can do 1 exactly. Yeah, you could do 4 steps backwards with any of the techniques from your pattern. Not practicing your patterns, but practicing the techniques from your pattern. So take 1 technique now out of your patterns that you know. Your long grade pattern will be good. But take 1 technique and we'll go forward. You decide what it is. You decide which technique you're going to do. Step forward on my count. Stand in parallel stance. Ready? First step. Hana. 2. Set. Net. Now backwards. If you are going backwards, you can bring 1 and then kick and step backwards. Yeah? Or you could step backwards, kick, and then step backwards and punch. Up to you. Then you can do both ways. But pick one just now. Ha! Leo's going for the easy option. Boom. Technically it's forward. Yeah? Obverse, reverse, which one do you do? 2. Yeah, there's lots of ways you can do it. Set. Net. Then it just becomes a sequence of techniques. There's nothing to do with the pattern, really. You're extracting, you're taking out of your pattern and then translating it into something that you want to do. So that set of sequences, that set of techniques that you did, Catherine, there's lots of different ways you can do them because you've taken 4 movements. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do them. Forwards and backwards. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3 and 4 if you take it out of the pattern because it's fast motion. But you don't have to do that. Some of the times you did an obverse punch, but then at the end there you did a reverse punch. So it can be 3 techniques, it's not a problem. Yeah? It could be 1 technique, it could be 2 techniques, but if it's got a kick in it, you're gonna have to land. Whether it be a side kick, a tiny kick, a twisted kick, or whatever. If you've got your foot off the ground, we don't want that. We want to practice putting it down on the ground, so obverse, reverse, doesn't matter. You can land and do flat finger dip thrust or a leg kick. But as long as you're practicing the technique up and then backwards, yeah? Leo, the next one you're going to do, where are we, Leo, with you? You know all of the fire. Every time you graded, really. I'm going to get you to do this, Leo, right? When you come forward, you're going to start in parallel stance. You're going to come forward. We've done this before. Push. And then the next step, push. And then the next step, push. Right? You're going to come forward. Going backwards, and you're just going to go like that. That's all it is. 4 forwards, 4 backwards. Catherine, you're going to do inner forearm side front block with a front 4 fist block. It is sitting stance. Right? The first one, plan it. If you're going to come forward with your right foot, probably left foot to be honest with you, which is dominant? Which is the primary block in this sequence? Yeah. So that would be your left. Because left, yeah, you will go to the left because that's the primary. Alright? I don't know if anybody else would work that. Alright, it doesn't matter. But you have. So good. To me, ready? Forward step, and up. Push. So that would be your left, Leo, that should be your left foot, left hand. It should be your left foot, left hand coming forward because it's a block. Yeah? That's kind of what I was saying by talking to Catherine, but you didn't pick up on it. Forward step, 2. Set. Good. Net. Yeah, that's coming along. Now stepping backwards. It shouldn't be a problem. We'll see. Backwards. And up. 2. Set. Careful where that left hand comes from, Catherine. It was a bit by your ear, that one. Yeah, it was a bit too by your ear. Now. Right, you're going to do it 4 times forward again. Forward step, and up. 2. Set. Left. And then backwards. And up. 2. Whoopa. Set. Left. Right, now stay there. You're going to come forward again, right? Leo first. When I ask you to come forward, you're going to come forward, Leo, and do the pushing block plus 1 punch. So you're going to do push plus 1. All right? Catherine's going to come forward with 1 plus 1. Yeah, we'll keep it simple this time. Stay where you are, Leo. You should stay there on that one. Right? So you're going to come forward now. So Leo's going to push plus 1 punch. Come forward, Catherine. You do 1, 2. 1 and 2. So keep it in mind. Keep it in the same way as you were doing. Yeah? 2. Set. Net. Okay, now backwards. So your feet are going to go backwards, but your hands are doing exactly the same thing. Up. Make sure it's backwards, Leo. 2. That's forwards, Leo. That's forwards. So go backwards. That's it. 10. Difference between forward. This is forwards. And this is backwards. Neck. Arrow. Step up. Both coming forward. L stance. Ninja so. Song Kal Devi Maki. Right? You're both going to do that coming forward. From parallel stance to big. Ninja so. Song Kal Devi Maki. Enough. So where's your primary block? Left hand. So if you've got your left foot forward and left hand forward, that's your correct. 2. Set. Neck. Backwards. Head up. 2. Set. Neck. Okay, so stay there. The next one, you're going to come forward from there and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. So you're going to land in an L stance. Sorry, you're going to do an L stance side front kick and land in a walking stance. Flat fingertip thrust. So Punde, open, open, right? Get the words out. Landing in walking stance. Side front kick first, then walking stance, flat fingertip thrust, high, flat fingertip thrust. Hana. 1, 2. Oh, you didn't kick, Leo. That's it. And that's it. Paro no pandi. 2. Set. So you're half facing, full facing. Neck. And then backwards. All right? Try it. Hana. And 2. Set. So sneaky goings on with the L stance. Neck. Barrow, step up. Different way of doing it, right? You can do it different ways. So there is a set way, technically, going backwards, but a lot of people don't even realize. I said backwards, you kick, then you step backwards. Yeah? So if I'm in parallel stance, it's easy because I just go 1, 2, 3. If I'm going forward, then it's forward and forwards. I'm going backwards, backwards, and backwards. Yeah, but some people might go backwards, kick, and then step forwards. Because that's what they're used to. But the instruction was to go backwards. And I think you did that. I think you guys did that. You went backwards on all techniques, which is fine. Right, another technique. You're going to pick one technique, so make sure you've got enough room. You're going to pick one technique from your pattern. It can be from another pattern, but don't make it Taekwondo or something. Make it, you know, one pattern below. Catherine, you've got 3 black belt patterns to choose from. You're limited, yeah, in the black belt patterns. But Leo, try and keep your technique up quite high for the second cut, right? Now, do you know which technique you're going to do? Show me what one you're going to do. Show me. Oh, I see. So you're going to do a punch in one count. You're going to go in one count. Yeah? When you do this, though, when you do this, don't drop the hands down here. Right? Don't bring your hands down here. Your hand stays badge level. And then when you kick, it will go down to whatever that's called, rib level, ribs to the opposite side, yeah? It doesn't go down in front. So make sure you punch, bring it in, and it's still chest level. And the only reason it's going down there is because I'm actually leaning. If I wasn't leaning, it'd be higher up. Yeah? Ready, stands coming forward. Now. So 9 shape block. Now you step your right leg, Catherine. So is that? I don't know. If you step your right leg in the pattern anyway, I'm not saying, well, technically it's wrong. When you move that right foot, it should be a right 9 shape. But think about it, could you do a reverse 9 shape? But you probably could. I don't think you get as much power because you're leaning on this leg and this one's snapping, but the power, the energy's on this side. So I think the idea with this one is energy, all the energy's on this side. But it's not, I don't think it's wrong. I just don't think it's right. Yeah? When you do the 9, with the right foot moving, 9 shape block. But there is a 1 and then there is a 2. You can't do that. There's a pattern. There is a pattern later on. 1, 2. Yeah?
I think that is because I had an issue because I've done a left block, but with my right foot.
Yeah, it's your right foot and the left. Yeah, that's it, exactly. You've done it reverse.
Because it's left block. We just had this conversation about the previous one.
All right, yeah, but when you move the right foot, you should use your right hand because that is a right 9 shape. And if you think about it, it's obverse. Say again. Yes. So move your left. Yes. Exactly. So I'm not going to split hairs, but yes, technically, left hand, left foot, but you move to the right foot and did the left hand. So you did a reverse block technically, but I don't think there isn't a reverse 9 shape block. I don't see why not. Right. So forward to the next one. 2. 2. Yeah, one of the patterns. There's definitely 2 9 shapes. Watch your toes, Leo. Set. That's a better one. So now you've got the hand up, Leo. Yeah, you've got the hands up. Hold on, how are you doing? Go on, finish it quick. Set. Now. Watch that hand as well, Catherine. That one there, it should be holding the mug. Yeah, you're drinking from the mug sometimes. Yeah, or throwing the mug away. It's straight up and down, and then you've got a candle. Yeah? A candle for the person your arms is busted. Backward step. Hand up. Right, you've got to look on that one, Neil. When you kick with your right leg, it goes over there somewhere. It seems to be a common thing as well. 2. And that was a better one, but don't hook the leg afterwards. Set. Neck. Okay, I'm not sure there's much point having the Facebook and YouTube running because this is not going to make sense to anybody. I don't know, maybe it is. That's 4. Barrow, step up. You're going to do them again, but we'll start fresh from a parallel stance, right? The same thing, moving forward again on my count. Keep your eyes up, Leo, and keep the toes down, right? Stepping forward. Hana. 2. Set. Net. Right, you're going to be careful going backwards here, right? Backward step, and up. So that one there, Catherine, your hands are already there. You just got to make sure you pull them away. So here, still bring them out and smash. Yeah, because you were there and it's the same one. I was there, going backwards. Go. 1, 2. Set. You do the other one there. Net. Set. You must be practicing that one. Oh, yeah. What should I hit yourself on that, aren't you? Barrow, step up. That's 4, lovely. Last one, you injure yourself. These techniques that you know or have been studying from white belt all the way up, you could do the same thing with all the techniques that you've been doing. I would start, but it depends. If you're a person that takes a long time to get warm, then start from white belt up. But if you're someone who warms up quite quick, then start at your top grade and work your way down. Yeah? Because everything you've practiced all the white belt stuff the most out of everything. You've done it most out of everything you've ever done. You've practiced the white belt. So you start at your grade and work your way down. Because then, hopefully, the more up to date, or the more significant, if you like, particular to your grade, will have a lot more energy towards it rather than being absolutely shattered, which is usually the case. By the time you get to black belt, you go, yeah, so start with your techniques and they'll be strong and proper, and then get down to white belts and you don't really need much. The body will, you know you have to do a punch. Your body's going to do it because you've done it that many times. Hopefully the body's programmed to do a punch then. The body's programmed to do a low block. So save all them to last. But do the more intricate ones when you're fresh in the brain. Right? We're going to do, for Leo, you're going to do it in your own time now, rather than me counting, right? But what I want to make sure, Leo, is you keep the toes down on the turning kicks. I want you to use the ball of the foot. You're going to do a nice hand guard lock, and you're going to do turning kick, nice hand guard lock, and then step turn and go up the other way. So it is somewhere around. It's dead easy, done 1,000 times, but I'm going to check your toes are down, not toes sticking up, right? That's your drill. And Catherine's going to do the one we did the other day, Catherine. Or shall we? Actually, no. Yes. What I want to see is, I'm trying to decide if it's going to be first cup or first degree. First, let's go with first degree first. Yeah. That was quite good the other day. You got the hang of that one. It was the shift and the rotation of the hips. You're going to do a turning kick, so you may as well rotate the hips. A lot of people do a turning kick and try and keep their hips to the front, which makes no sense whatsoever. 2, the turning kick's wrong. Yeah, that's what I can say. 1, the turning kick's wrong, and 2, you need to turn around anyway. So you need to turn the hips and make the turning kick right. So that's your drill. So practice that one just now. You can do 2 forward and then tiro turn or whatever. Yeah, tiro turn from there if you like. So you must get the hips round before the turning kick anyway. But for the fact that you're doing a step turn afterwards, bonus. Yeah? Of course, you're going to go from here. That's proper technique, proper form for a turning kick. I'm just going to check Leo now. What's he doing? Right. Okay. Are you pivoting as well, Leo? Get the belly button round, right? And when you're doing this, Leo, see that one's not bad, but when you do a step turn, or at least on one of the sides, you're not bringing the hands. Remember I said bring the hands back up slightly more because they're just staying there. You have no momentum. You're going from start 0. You need to start with something. So moving the hands backwards before they go forward. Go and practice again. Tiro turn from there. Yeah, and then go. Turning kick. Then don't forget, hands up, and then tiro turn. Hands up, then turn. Kick, kick. So just remember, nice hand guarding block. No matter what side, lift the hands up, right? Keep going. We're going to make it tougher now for Catherine. Make it tougher now, Catherine. On that side jump, I don't want you to go. Yeah, I don't want you to tell anybody. I want you to make it more like a releasing move. I'm not saying that that's how it's done, but you're doing a lot of movement. Just work off the leg. You're there, your knees bent. But yeah, that's it. Your knee, just bend the knee on the front and then kick. You're going to push off the back leg. You have to push off the back leg because all the power is going to rotate. I'm getting to do that first, but push off the back leg to kick him in the head. That one you don't rotate. On your left leg, you're not rotating far enough. On the right leg, it looks alright. Well, it's on the right. But when you kick your left leg, it doesn't look like you're pivoting enough. Okay. 1, 2 for Leo. Leo, come on. Hands up higher. You're going T-Rex. I want this. Go on, keep going. That's better. Now there's power coming out of those arms of yours. 1, 2, breathe in and out. Yeah, that's it. Make that your new Lego brick. Yeah, take the other one out. Right, for Catherine, changing it now to the other jump you want. Second. Low knife hand lock. Turning, keep the momentum going. And like I said to the class the other day, with the side kick, make it about getting the body positioned rather than the kick just now. The kick is redundant at this moment. You're going to do the turning kick, bend and posture. So keep that momentum going. The next time, I want you to do, my foot does this and side facing straight away. It's like parallel stance. There is no stance beforehand, so think about what it is that you're doing. As soon as you put your foot down, it's parallel stance, and then boom, straight up in the air. But don't worry about the kick. Just land in a side position. Yeah? Don't let your foot go past your knee. So here, don't let your foot wander past your knee line. Here, that's where you want to be. When you jump up, knee up. Yeah, and forget the kick. You're not kicking. You're just going to go turn and hook. Ready to kick. Yeah. Because then you've got time to build the energy, build the technique of jumping, and the power in your legs to jump. Don't let your knee go towards the screen. Keep your knee at a right angle, perpendicular. Yeah. So anybody else trying this one? We're not trying to kick, we're just trying to get the energy up off the ground. That's the hardest bit. You can kick without jumping, or you can slide in the kick, but it's easy to do the kick wrong because your legs like that, rather than that. So if you practice good form, get your knee like that first, then kick out afterwards. After we practice this long, continuous, before we kick, practice the art of jumping. Practice the art of jumping. Right, Leo, you're going to change your technique, right? You're going to do low block and back fist at the same time. So if I start here parallel stance, I'm going to do, technically, you've got to decide which one's the primary. Is it the low block or the back fist? Yeah? It should, technically it's the low block, right? The back fist is secondary. So you put your left foot forward first. Yeah? If you did it the other way around and made it your back fist was the primary, guess what? It's still your left foot forward first because you're in an L stance. Yeah? Confusing. Anyway, don't worry about that. Step forward to a low block and a back fist, and then forward, back fist again. Low block, back fist. That's your practice. Make sure your low blocks in line with your chest. You have two parts to the side. Bend the elbow. Bend the elbow. That's it. If you're in a walking stance, it'd be there. L stance is there. Bend the elbow. Down, up, down. And then backwards. So go backwards then. Check your low block each time because you need to bend the elbow. Cross the hands straight away. Down, down, up, down. Down, up, down. Bend the elbow. That's it. Right? And then add in the kick after. That's it, Catherine. So that practice in itself is knackering, isn't it? That practice in itself could be done plyometrics, it can be done with leg weights, it can be done with a backpack. Just, yeah. You could be practicing continuously jumping, do reps of, yeah, exactly. As long as you work on the legs, then you could be jumping sideways. Yeah, all these exercises that you've probably done and think about. Just plyo, try and jump up a little bit higher. So the next one, yeah, you could be swapping as well, but it's because it's this technique here where you're going to jump inside it. So, pop. That's it. Just working the legs in parallel to start with, and then you could be doing all the crossing over. You could be doing all that as well, but focus on one exercise, make it simple. And then if it gets boring, add the other bits in. Skipping. That's for Leo. Then Leo's doing back fist and low block in L stance. Good. Don't forget backwards as well, Leo. Catherine. Middle. Double forearm block. Then low reverse block. Yeah? So when you go backwards, still go backwards, or if you fancy it, going backwards, shooting forward, it's up to you, right? Going forward is still going backwards, forward still going backwards, backwards you can go forward. But practice the technique anyway. Middle, elbow forearm block, and then a little reverse block. See that? Half facing on this one, and there. As long as that arm is like a sombra magnolia monkey. See that front elbow, Leo, careful your front elbow. That's it. And then the step backwards one, or forward, that's fine, or forward. That one in. Also, check both hands. When you step forward or backwards, it doesn't matter, but check your front hands bent. Half face middle, full face middle. And boom. Yeah. Okay. Good. There's more of a snap in this one. More of a snap comes from the hips. Boom! That's where you get the power from, because it's supposed to be done. It's like a releasing action. One, there's no down, up, down. It's just from there. So you go on the front knee, there, and there. Yeah, so the energy comes from the hip and twist, and the arm goes out. Right, stop in there. Put your microphones on. Let's go. Ask to unmute. Ask to unmute. I can't unmute you. You have to do it yourself by all accounts. Oh, Catherine's in. Yeah, so I put Leo as well. Hey, right. So, Catherine, have you got a question or a technique, curious, or something I need to help you with? Well, go to Leo, see if he's got one, and we'll ping pong until we've got one. Leo, any ideas?
No.
What does black belt signify?
Black belt signifies
I tricked you a little bit there. Black belt.
It's the opposite of white, therefore signifying the maturity and proficiency in Taekwondo. Also indicates the wearer's imperviousness to darkness and fear.
Okay, what does imperviousness mean? Don't worry if you don't know, but find out.
I think it means you're not scared of it.
Not scared of the dark, that'll do. Yeah? That's how I see it anyway. There's more to it than that, I'm pretty sure, but if you're scared of the dark, then that doesn't help, does it? No? Especially if you're in the army in the middle of the jungle. And you hear all these animals go, you'd be no use then, would you? You'd be running out of the jungle. Right? Catherine, thought one?
The twisting kick in goes back.
Yeah?
Knee, right?
Yeah.
Knee.
Well, it's actually just above the knee. Yeah, on the inner thigh, and the thing about, I think is below knee myself, right? Because when you strike, I get what they're saying, you need more pressure on it and you keep the pressure on it. But you won't be able to, because of the twisting action of there, the joint and the muscles won't allow you to go beyond a certain point. So I get it, bam, and then lean on to it, that would help. But not to have the foot there holding the foot, pushing it, unless the legs up against the wall. Or maybe they're sitting down in the toilet or something, or a chair. and you can stop their leg from moving, the foot won't move. And so you can put pressure on as a pressure point. But for me, no. For me, it's striking a pressure point or a vital spot which will cause pain, but it won't be a continuous push. It makes no sense. One, it's a hit and a deep hit. What I think it is a different way of hitting. So if you were to strike a pad or do a punch, you go snap. But like in swords as well, if you kick a pad like this is a snapping action again. But if you keep your foot on the pad and keep the pressure on the pad, it's a different kind of power. It's a funny thing, without actually demonstrating, it's difficult to explain. But if you've got a kickback there and you go bang, that's one way of kicking it. But then if you go boom, or you keep your leg against the pad, it's a different kind of power. It's a more penetrating power if you do it right. But this here, it doesn't, for me, it makes no sense because your foot cannot do that. The muscles that are exerting the energy have expired their usefulness. Yeah? Physiologically speaking, the energy's gone now, unless you go on to the person with your body weight. Then I think what they're saying is baloney. If you've got that arm or the knuckle, that's physiologically possible to continue the force. But that is not really feasible. Doesn't make sense. But as long as you remember, yes, you're hitting the inner thigh. I think that answers your question. I think I went on a bit from the soapbox. Here we got another one. Another question? Question about your pattern, about your techniques? 3-step, 2-step, theory? You froze for a second there.
No.
No? What does Chung Mu mean? Do you know that yet? No. Hwarang?
Hwarang is named after the Hwarang, which originated in Silla Sati in the early 7th century. The 29 movements in this pattern refer to the 29th Infantry Division where Taekwondo developed into maturity.
Very good. The word is dynasty or dynasty. Dynasty, dynasty. Yeah? The one you struggled with there, dynasty or dynasty. Yeah, just get a dictionary, or if you go on to YouTube or Google, go into Google and type in define dynasty, and you can take the spelling from the book, and it'll bring up the definition of dynasty and tells you what it means. But I think you can also press on how do you say it. There's a little microphone, and you go press on that, and it goes dynasty. Hopefully, or it might be maybe some American accent. I don't know. Got another one, Catherine? You're thinking then? Tick, tick, tick.
I was trying to think of the meaning of cocktail in my head. I was just anticipating you asking me something like that.
Yeah. Do you know any of them yet? Kwange?
Okay, so the 19th king of the Goryeo dynasty, who was responsible for covering the territories and greater parts of Manchuria. The 39 movements of the pattern represent the numbers, the digits 39180 when he was coronated king.
Yeah.
Not quite right, but
No, I've got the gist of it there, that's all right. There's 3 to remember, so that's why it's such a long time. It's the theory and the techniques. There's 3 patterns, and there's all the other bits and pieces we've got to do as well. But, well, for you, there's not that many things. Many things for the other first degrees, but not for you because you've covered it. But yeah, it's good. There's, I think it's for red belt and above. I've got to send the post. It's going to be online on Zoom. There's an international course with Grandmaster Wang, Czechoslovakia. He's handy. He's all right. I think he's a top geezer in the ITF, one of the ITFs. So I'll post it. Take a look at it. It's in March. Normally these things are about 3 days, 2-3 days, but on Zoom I don't know how it's going to work. And Grandmaster Mitchell is going to do the second last Sunday. He's going to do a black belt class again on Zoom. So I'll get the details of that and send it. I don't know if that's this weekend. That might be this Sunday, second last. Yeah, so it'll be this Sunday then. I'm not sure the times. I'll send it through when I get the info. Alrighty then, we'll leave it there then. Well done. Thank you for coming along and doing the class. Take one. I shall see you tomorrow evening anyway, or on the replays. I do see it when it comes up. Catherine's done the replay. I haven't seen too many replays of Leo though. Oh, Leo, huh? He's smirking there. Right, see you next class. Well done. Enjoy your Thursday. See you Friday. Bye for now. See you later, Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully you've been training hard.